welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Esther and I make fitness and lifestyle content. And if you're not new around here, then welcome back, honey. So today we're doing a very different video and we're bringing it back to the gym. I'm going to take you along with me to my glutes and hamstrings workout. I'm going to do a voiceover to talk through the movements because I am a quad dominant girl, which means a lot of the usual glute exercises do not work for me and I just target my quads. Being funny, I literally can look at a leg extension and I've grown quads. My glutes, however, don't get the memo. So I'm going to take you through what I do basically to help me target my glutes more. And I'm going to take you along with me. So if you are looking forward to this video, please give it a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, and subscribe. Now, before I do any weight training, I do like to warm my body up, do some mobility. Actually, in this video, I did film my mobility workout, but I lost the footage. So here I am just warming up on the treadmill, getting the blood flowing to my muscles, getting my hydration in or pre-workout, and we head into our first exercise, which is my favorite ever. It's my current hyperfixation, and that is hyperextensions. Now, pay close attention to where my knees are in relation to the pad. If you look at my legs, I have bent knees. What that does is it just helps you target your glutes more. A little tip to actually feel this movement in your glutes is to imagine you are just bringing your hips forward, okay? Forward towards the pad as you're coming up. Now, how I like to imagine it is just in the same way as you do an RDL. When you do an RDL, the whole movement is you're pushing your hips back, you're bringing your hips forward. This is literally the exact same. The only difference is you're in a different position, but the actual movement of bringing your hips forward and back is the exact same. Other thing to make a note of is your feet positioning. As you can see, my feet are pointing outwards, okay? You do not want your feet to be vertical. Point those toes out, you're gonna get a hell of a lot more contraction in your glutes. Now, the biggest difference between a hyperextension and a back extension is the back. Now, if you look, when I am coming up, my upper back is completely rounded, okay? I am not bringing my back all the way up. I'm just bringing it enough to squeeze my glutes at the top. I hold and then I release. Make sure that you are rounding your shoulders. And little tip again, when you're coming up, imagine there is a string at the top of your shoulder blades and someone is pulling you up with that string. Now, the hyperextension is designed for you not to be an ego lifter, okay? So volume is key here. Max out the reps, go till failure. Do not lift heavy on this one. Moving on to the next exercise, and it is one of my faves yet again. Girlies, we are doing the Smith machine step-ups. Now, this one you can butcher very, very quickly. So pay attention because I'm about to tell you all my tip-top secrets. So the first thing, make sure the bar is on the squidgy part of your back, okay? We do not want that on the bony part of your neck. If you look at my foot positioning, I am stepping back. I am not letting my knee travel over my toe. If I did this, it would just target my quads. So if you are a fellow quad dominant girly, just make sure that whatever split squat you are doing, you do not let that knee of your working leg travel over your toe. Something to bear in mind with this exercise is if you have short legs like I do not feel tempted to step all the way down to the floor. It simply might be out of your active range of motion. So what you want to do is you want to create a right angle as you come down in your working leg and then you come up as you achieve that, okay? You do not want to go really, really far down because the chances are you might not be able to come back up. And also make sure that you do give yourself a little bit of resting time before you move on to the other leg, just to allow you to have the same output on the other side of the leg as well. Alrighty, we're moving on to the big daddy exercise of this session, and we're spending a good long time doing the leg press. I'm about to blow your mind and I'm about to absolutely destroy your legs. To make sure that you actually get a little bit more hamstring and glute connection on this, place your feet high on the pad and you want your feet to be in line with your hips. We don't want your lower back to be taking the hit at any point of this exercise, so your handles on this machine are there for a reason. Utilize them, hold on tightly and lock yourself into the chair, okay? We do not want to have any gaps created between the back of the seat and your back. Now I'm about to tell you the best rep range for this, okay? Because you are able to really progress in every single rep range. So you're gonna start off with 6 to 8 reps. That is your first set. Now this is where you push the weight. This is where you focus on progressive overload in terms of adding more weight. The second set that you do, we're adding more volume. So we're reducing the weight, we're adding more volume. Do 12 to 15, and the last one, you can do 20 to 25 reps, okay? Now the weight, you're gonna have to have it manageable to do 20 reps, but still you want to be challenging enough, okay? As you can see here, I'm really going and battling through my demons here. This is at the point where I was doing 25 reps and I was seeing stars, but my glutes were on fire and my hammies were on fire too. And to finish off the session, we are gonna burn out these hammies, ladies. So with this lying hamstring curl, it is a hamstring isolation exercise, which means the only thing that you should be feeling is your hamstrings. If you're feeling your lower back, the chances are you are either bringing your legs too far down or you are not locking your hips into the pad. Now what I mean by this is your hip bones should be in contact with the pad at all times. If they are not, the lower back is having to take the hit of the weight, which obviously we want to eradicate. We don't want that. Now since this is an isolation exercise, train to failure. Push past those boundaries and watch my last few reps. Can you see that I'm slowing down? I'm really struggling through these last reps, but these are the reps that actually build the muscle. You want to get the toned physique, you've got to work for it. It doesn't come naturally. You have to bloody push hard. Now this is my last rep. If your last reps are not looking like that, then here is your visual reminder to train harder, because you're going to get more progress that way. Hello folks, it's a while later since I trained. Now I will give you a bit of a disclaimer, okay? I ended up doing 4 exercises. By the way, look at hyperactive Monty in the background. Please ignore him. Yeah, I only ended up doing 4 exercises because I'm still sore from my last leg session. I decided to switch my session around a little bit and just show you a realistic and quick session that you can still get in the gym. You'll see that I didn't do a hip thrust, okay? I am not a hip thrust kind of gal. I do them if I have time, but as the session, I was literally in and out for an hour, so I've got shit to do. So if you're short on time, honestly, just skimp out on the hip thrusts, do something else, do some compound work, do some split squats, do some leg press. It will give you a nice glute pump. But my friends, that is everything in today's video. If you did like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you're feeling extra generous, give me a subscribe as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!